Hi, welcome back to this small, unofficial supported community that we created here. I didn't post on Sunday. The reason was because I was emotionally multitasking. Not the kind of multitasking that are creative, that is labeled by this society as a new disease. Because it's okay if you're mentally multitasking with lots of emotions and problem in your head. That's actually is needed. I was doom scrolling, crying, eating ice cream. One of the oldest coping mechanisms, much older than this system. Iran is again in a crisis, but this time, not one of those Instagram hashtag crisis that makes celebrity look good, make them feel full of empathy and kindness. No, this time is in an existential crisis. We are watching all the civilization of the world gutted by a regime that never been legitimate to start with. A paper tiger kept by international and global silence, media PR, oil trade, collective international shrug. And no, I'm not blaming Israel. I'm blaming Islamic Republic and those that they gave airtime to it. Weapon, negotiation, and immunity. Because this isn't something that happens suddenly. It's 47 years of silence, censorship, corruption, mass murder, daily execution, and turning a trauma into national identity for 90 million people that right now they are taking hostage in their own country. It's just like waking up as usual and looking at news headlines are deja vu, except this time the names are changed, the faces are younger, and watching the history of nation to be reduced to just headline for 47 years by those people that they can't even pronounce their names. But if you ask healing culture, as I did ask, help, the answer is simple. Oh, you're not aligned. Just align your energy. Visualize peace. Trust the universe. And if we want, we can collectively sit and manifest peace. No, my dear friend, that's not the way it works. That's what I'm talking about. Healing system. This modern healing system. You're not immune by universe. Apparently, universe is aligned with those that are creating those crises for the time being. And we are sitting in silence and thinking about healing as if we have to achieve and to expect the key to the central bank of universe. But we are not immune from what's happening in the world, unfortunately. It's not about us only. It's about our silence. It's about the industry that telling us to not care about what you cannot control, to not be any more human. And interesting enough, yesterday, one very kind coach was offering her help to Iranian people. Those that they don't have shelter, those that they don't have electricity, while their loved one even are sick in a dead bed with no medicine. And she was saying, in a time of crisis, you should pray. You should play with your children. You can create a collective game to play together, to journal it, to visualize peace. Yeah, okay. I will get into that right after I sage the trauma of 3 generations. If you're told journal it and gratitude, for what? We are human. And we have empathy, we have feeling. My suggestion is to give 8 minutes of your time to those in crisis, in both sides, in Iran and in Israel. That's what I was doing in the past few days, calling people that I know in both sides. I have friends in Israel, I have friends in Iran, and giving 8 minutes of my time to cry with them, to talk to them, to tell them that here we are watching and we are suffering with them. That's what they want, not those BS of sit and create a game with your children. I have a whole shelf full of healing tools. I did show it to you. Trust me, salt lamp doesn't scare dictators. Moon water, not at all great for foreign policy. And crystal, they are pretty, but they don't stop missiles. And gratitude under missiles, wow, that's the interesting part of it. This is the part where I tell you the truth. You can meditate your way out of a system. You can manifest freedom from a system is built to keep you numb. You can fix a country with self-care. You can't heal the wounds that we have every day, that is not created by our mother, but by the society and by the crisis, by not being certain and sure about our future, what's going on. No idea. It's a waste of time. We are not numb. We are human beings. And we have all those feelings that we need in a moment of crisis. Being sad, being angry, not sitting just in a cool place and manifest it, because it doesn't work. How you can tell a nation under bombardment that if you are not healing and well, it's because you are not aligned. If you're not glowing, it's because you're not growing. If you're heartbroken, it's because you're not aligned with the universe. Healing has turned into a luxury brand, one that sells a sense of peace you're expected to be purchased monthly with affirmation, retreat, subscription. So what we do when you live in a system designed to keep you numb, how do you stay awake without burning out? You grieve, you speak, you give 8 minutes of your time to a friend, to just talk, to just cry. You take a break and then you come back instead of being numb. And you stop letting wellness culture tell you that emotions are embarrassing. They are not. But yet, out of desperation, we do it over and over. Because sometimes anger is intelligence. Sometimes sadness is loyalty. And sometimes rest in silence especially when you refuse, go numb, it's good. Healing isn't meant to separate you from the society. It's meant to bring you back with more force, with better boundaries, and little more truth and little more empathy. This week, healing for me looks like turning off the news and just rushing back again, listening to it. To look like just texting a friend and asking how they are doing. If they need my help, to just give my 8 minutes of time to both sides. To Israel, that is under bombardment, this time very seriously. And to Iranian, that not only they are under bombardment, but again, everyday execution, everyday killing, mass murder. The crisis in a place like Evin, one of the toughest prisons that exists. And we don't know how many of those young people are dead while I'm talking. Just telling a person that I see you, I'm here. So if you are grieving, you're not weak. If you're emotional, or if you're overwhelmed, it's not because you're falling. You're just awake in a world that is teaching you to be numb. You're just human. So take the moment. Take your tea. Take your ice cream. That awkward laughter, or perhaps your anger. And then choose one way to stay present. That's more revolutionary and resilient than any healing hashtag. Thank you for being here. And I see you in this weekend, unless the world is going to end, but I will be still here. And you can see me just with bigger snack in the hand. So until next time, goodbye.